I've chosen to accept the job elsewhere next year. I'm going to finish what we started. We're going to dominate. I'm going to be here to that end and that conclusion. And then when that conclusion, we will move on.
And those were the words of Deion Sanders on Saturday night, immediately following his team's victory in the SWAC championship game over Southern University. Hello, everyone. It's been quite a weekend, quite a Saturday night. Still a lot of news developing on Sunday morning, and that video courtesy of Well Off Media. That is the social media account of Deion Sanders Jr., the son, of course, of Deion Sanders. So, as you heard it, he has accepted formally, I'm sure you've read about it, the head coaching job at Colorado University. Now, as of Sunday morning, we have seen video where Deion Sanders and his family, including his son Shedeur Sanders, quarterback at Jackson State, is on the campus of Colorado University, touring the vast and very impressive facilities, and kind of an informal welcoming party is now Deion Sanders is the new head coach at Colorado University. Let's kind of bring you up to date on information, maybe clear up some things that we reported here at HBCU Game Day on Saturday night after we went off the air on our live YouTube stream. Jackson State University issued a statement saying that Deion Sanders did attempt to go to the post-game press conference. It was underway at the time with Southern University players and or coaches were in the press conference at the time, and he had to get to a team meeting, so he could not enter the interview area at that time. We now know what that team meeting is about, of course, telling his team he accepted the head coaching job at Colorado. Now, one of the things that he did talk about was the shift in what he saw as things that he needs to battle, things that he needs to be a change agent for. We heard when he accepted the job just a couple of years ago at Jackson State, he wanted to level the playing field for HBCUs. He put a lot of great work into that area, but now a new challenge lies ahead for Deion Sanders.
It's been 4 or more African-American head coaches at the next level that has been terminated. I haven't heard not one other than a candidate like myself to replace them. So to me, that's a problem that many don't think about, but that's a problem. If someone don't step up and step out and hold it down for us, there's a problem. And many of detractors, I guess they don't understand college football consists of 70% African-American. I don't care where you're at. It just happens to be more at a HBCU. But it's not like I'm not gonna speak into the lives of young African-American men and women alike, because my challenge is still to provoke change no matter where I am. And I'm gonna be me. I'm 55 and I don't plan on changing no time soon. God made me like this, and I think God is pleased with what he's created. This is probably the toughest moment for me ever because it involves y'all.
And again, that video courtesy of Well Off Media, the social media account of Deion Sanders Jr. So what is next for Jackson State? Well, during that team announcement last night in the Jackson State locker room, the Jackson State athletic director, Ashley Robinson, was sitting right by his side. And from what we were able to tell from listening to that video, was that Deion Sanders has been working alongside Ashley Robinson with an exit strategy, if you will. And part of that strategy, keeping things in place, and also a recommendation for the next head coach of Jackson State.
My recommendation goes to TC. They know how I feel about TC. I want TC, and several of the staff members are going to be retained here, but that's mine. I would love for someone in-house, because I don't really know how y'all would act with somebody outside the house coming in to really not understanding how we function and how we get down. So that's my recommendation. So just clap it up for TC. Hope that's how it goes down, but that's not his sole decision. So don't put it on him. He has a hierarchy that he must go through for that to happen, right? AD, I would not be hand to one for this man. With all, you have no idea the trials and tribulations that we stood back to back and worked out for some of the things that you don't even know about, some of the things that y'all have no idea about. And I'm not tired of fighting whatsoever, but if I heard God's voice on coming, don't second guess of my hearing ability.
Again, that video courtesy of Well Off Media. And it seems like from everything that we have heard in that video, we have not had a chance to talk to Deion Sanders directly. As of right now, no media members that I know of, at least in a public forum or public setting, has had a chance to ask questions of Deion Sanders. But from what we heard in that video, it does appear that he plans to coach and be there for Jackson State University in the Celebration Bowl, which is coming up on December 17th against North Carolina Central University. But this is a developing situation. Things maybe would change, but we will stay on top of it and try to relay to you guys the most up-to-date information as possible. But as of Sunday morning, as we talk and you listen right now, Deion Sanders on Saturday night informed his team he has accepted the head coaching job at Colorado University. At some point, we first saw the video on Sunday morning. He was on the campus touring the facilities with his family at Colorado University. He does intend, it sounds like, to coach Jackson State and lead them into what would be his final game during the Celebration Bowl against North Carolina Central University. And he has recommended that T.C. Taylor, the Jackson State great as a player, and who has been a part of Deion Sanders' coaching staff, a holdover from the previous coaching staff, and was also a finalist for the head coaching job when Deion Sanders was offered and accepted the job at Jackson State. Deion Sanders has recommended T.C. Taylor as the next head coach for Jackson State University. Also, really quick before we go, there was a point where he discouraged the current players at Jackson State University from entering the transfer portal, which begins on Monday. So when news develops in this story, we'll bring it to you. That's all for now. I'm Tolly in Atlanta for HBCU Game Day.